I am finally back with another installment of Bujo Battles. On this episode of Bujo Battles, I will be featuring bullet journals from Smart Blurb, Jenny S. the Artist, Bullet Journal, Acantha Studies, and Simply Study. If you don't know what Bujo Battles is, please refer to the little video link I will put up above. And if you still want to submit a bullet journal for Bujo Battles, you can do so using the information in the description box below. Heather from Smart Blurb on Tumblr uses a 2016 black moleskin pocket planner as her bullet journal. She writes everything in black but has a color code key with washi tape that she uses in her monthly spreads. And she prefers to really keep things simple by putting in a schedule of the things that she has going on each day, because each page of this planner is dedicated to one day. And she likes to write down her events in the time slots that are given across the column. She also likes to write down recipes that she makes and will eventually transfer those into a separate notebook if she liked the recipe enough. She also likes to decorate with things that are going on in her life with stickers and washi tape, and I think her setup is very, very cute, and I think that having your events separate from your tasks is something that is also really useful, especially if you just have a lot going on. Jenny S. the Artist emailed me her submission for Bujo Battles. She uses an A3 sized bullet journal that fits really easily into this little pouch that she also has a couple of washi tapes, a Staedtler pigment fine liner, and a couple of other colored pens in so she can bullet journal on the go. And initially she started with brain dumps and her morning routine in her bullet journal, and as work started getting really busy, she wanted a way to organize her monthly events, so used a traditional box calendar method to really sort that out. She also added in weekly spreads, so on the left side of the notebook she writes down all of her weekly tasks, and as the week goes by she plans out and puts those weekly tasks into daily sections on the right side of the page. She also has a list of online deliveries arriving as well as any speculative weekend plans, and whenever a task is to be executed on a certain day, she just puts the date from the left hand to the right hand page, and she likes to doodle and decorate the weekly layout with washi tape whenever there is extra room. She also has dedicated pages for social events, work-related things to buy, as well as some coupon codes. I really love her setup, and I've always kind of wanted a bullet journal in one of these small notebooks because I think it would make it really convenient to plan on the go just because of the size, and so that's definitely something I want to keep in mind for my next bullet journal. This super adorable bullet journal was submitted to me by Amelia over at Bullet Journal on Tumblr. She uses a regular sized moleskin gridded notebook, and she is also a high school student and found her bullet journal to be very successful for what she needed. She has a 6-month spread that helps her for future planning and has adapted her monthly layout to tell her school due dates, personal events, as well as goals to focus on. She tries to stick with specific color schemes for each week, and that really challenges her to be creative, and I completely agree with that because I think that a bullet journal or even a planner can really be used as a creative outlet that can also help you be productive because you're putting down everything that you need to get done. So I think her system is so adorable, and I definitely see how it works for her. This next bullet journal is actually so unique, and it was submitted to me by Acantha Studies on Tumblr. Her bullet journal has several sections. The first is the section for book notes, where she summarizes each book that she reads with the important points it makes, and that's especially useful for the self-help books that she reads since they have amazing life lessons. The next section is gratitude, and she does one thing that she's grateful for every single day. The next section is business, which is just her goals. So this picture shows her summer goals that are personal as well as academic, and has little bars so she can fill in each bar to track her progress. And the next section is the freedom section. In this, she draws, sketches, and collages items, as well as writing quotes. It's a motivation section, but also a place for her to really let loose if she's ever super stressed or anything like that. And the last section is her actual bullet journal section. It is split into 2 bits. The first has monthly spreads, and she wrote down all of the boxed calendar layouts at the beginning of the year, but decided it wasn't very efficient, and so she started printing them out. She writes down all of her major deadlines and things like that, and she also uses weekly spreads, and all of that really helps her keep very, very organized because it has her planning as well as things that she likes to keep track of in other areas of her life. So I think this is such a cool setup, and it's definitely something that is really, really useful for anyone who wants to start a bullet journal and wants to keep track of other things as well. Madison from Simply Study submitted me her bullet journal, and I think the cover of her notebook is so funny. And then her monthly views have spaces for goals, a little calendar, and a box for the focus of the month. She has this little place for a to be read list, blank space for anything to be inserted, a favorites heart to track the things she's loving, and at the end of every month she'll find a quote that will describe how the month has been and how she's felt throughout it. And on the right page there's the days of the month numbered to write in any events as well as some more goals. Her weekly views have all of the time sensitive events like makeup launches, birthdays, tests, and blog posts. And her daily pages are basically to-do lists for every single day. The first thing is her focus of the day, that's her main priority, then some goals and a mind map for any ideas or to-dos that come to mind. And she also has a schedule for her to-dos just to track how much time she's spending on each thing. And she also writes down the good things that happen every single day. And these pages are a little bit more detailed than simple to-do lists, and she can really dump everything on her mind on one sheet of paper, and that's something that's been working really, really well for her. I definitely really love the mind map idea, and that's something that I think can really be implemented to anyone's planning, even if it's just on a sticky note. So that's super awesome, and I love her bullet journal. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up.